Hi, this is Mr. Evans. This video looks at the causes of change, and it's the first of a series of videos on Unit 3.10, Managing Strategic Change. So these are the topics that we'll be looking at, and in this video I'll be covering sort of the causes and pressures of change and looking at these four definitions here. So this is how I like to look overall at the A-level business course. At AS, a lot of focus is on the different functional areas of business after a brief introduction in Units 3.1 and 3.2 to what a business is and the role of managers, leadership and decision making. The vast majority of the AS course is focused on these functional areas and how in an effective business they will work together to allow that business to operate. The A-level course is far more focused on strategy and is focused on the top of a business and the decisions that are made there in order to set a business's strategy. So they're the final four units, and this one is looking at strategic change. So I've used this graphic before, and it looks at the process of setting a strategy. So starting with the mission statement, undertaking internal and external analysis, setting objectives, setting the strategy, implementing the plans. Well, we need to at some point review the success of those plans and start the cycle again. And that might require changing strategy. Maybe the strategy that we've used hasn't been effective. And that's what this unit is all about. Alternatively, maybe there will be a huge and disruptive change in the external environment or the internal environment that would need us to alter our strategy before this process had come to an end. So you can see that the AS unit analyse the strategic position, choose the direction, strategic methods how to pursue it, and then looking at change. So that's kind of how I see the A-level course, and particularly these final four units. So this is just a quote. You know, this whole unit is looking at change, and really the whole of the course in a way is about business change, particularly the businesses that you're looking at in the exams and the case studies. They're all about businesses that are changing in one way or another. Change is absolutely inevitable in life, in business, and the most successful businesses are going to be the ones that are able to adapt quickly and effectively to those changes. So there are different types of changes that you need to be aware of. These are in the spec. Internal changes are the forces for change that come within a business, and external changes are the changes that happen in an external environment. Incremental change occurs when small adjustments are made over a long period of time that don't alter working practices in a significant way. So this might be, you know, gradual changes that are taking place in the external environment, you know, more competitors entering an industry, for example, slowly over a period of time. That would be relatively incremental change, and we want to change our strategy accordingly. Alternatively, we could see this as kind of the internal Kaizen approach to managing change, where we're constantly managing and improving our business. Lots of little changes occurring over time, so not a big step change. Whereas disruptive change is when there's a sudden and significant alteration occur that affect the way a business operates. Now, this might come from internally. It might be the managers suddenly deciding, or not even suddenly deciding, but it might be the managers deciding, right, we need to redesign this production line, totally redesign it. We're going to halt production for a few weeks, we're going to redesign, and then we're going to start production again. That would be a disruptive change. Alternatively, a disruptive change may occur in the external environment. Okay, there's a little graph here of UK economic growth, and you can see in 2007, 2008 there was an absolutely huge fall in GDP. This was the big recession at the time, which was a massive disruptive change. You can see it was you can see the pattern here, you know, hugely disruptive, sudden change, and lots of businesses went out of business, and other businesses had to quite significantly alter their strategy in order to survive. So Far too many causes of change. I mean, change is going on around us all the time. Here's just a brief outline of some things that might cause pressure for change from inside a business. Finance, shareholders looking to increase profits, managers looking to improve financial ratios that lead to alterations occurring within the business. The marketing of a business may lead to causes for change. For example, if all of the products in your product portfolio are coming to the end of their life cycle, any forward-thinking business will realise they're going to have to release some new products. In terms of operations, well, we might need to install new production technology to improve efficiency. That's going to lead to all sorts of changes within the organisation, maybe teething problems, etc. And in terms of the people, the HR aspect, maybe the business is growing and we need to have new recruitment to fill those roles. We're going to need skills. It's all internal causes of change. In terms of external causes of and pressures for change, well, again, we could go through the PESTLE analysis. We could look at political and how Brexit is affecting exporters in the UK. We can look at how changes in the economic cycle might affect an organisation's product portfolio. Changing social attitudes, for example, people joining gyms and becoming more health aware. The huge impact that digital technologies had on businesses and the way they operate. Changes in the legal environment obviously have an impact on businesses, and also ethical pressures. The need for businesses to behave ethically as people become more aware of these issues is having a huge impact on businesses as well. So change, huge topic, lots of different causes of it, far too many to go over here, but hopefully that's given you an introduction to this Unit 3.